Live with CDP Sports Talk, a weekly sports and entertainment podcast sponsored by Barry Cullen Chevrolet. Live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn. And on audio via Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, Anchor FM, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Radio Public, and TuneIn. Now, here's your host, Chris Palme.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Season 12, Episode 48, overall 653 of Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, brought to you by our friends at Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership, located at 905 Woodlawn Road West in the Guelph Auto Mall. Check out their website, barrycullen.com, for the newest selection of new and pre-owned GM vehicles, along with their great selection of all-electric vehicles and Cadillac vehicles as well. You can call the dealership at 519-824-0210 and tell them Chris Palme sent you, or you can email them at info@barrycullen.com. Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership has been family run and operated here in the city of Guelph since 1969. Speaking of Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership, right now with the winter weather, the cold temps, the snow, if you're looking for winter tires, check out the Barry Cullen Chevrolet Service Department. Greg Smith or Sarah Higgins, service consultants, can assist you with winter tires. And right now at Barry Cullen Chevrolet, there's a save the tax on select winter tire brands at Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership. More details at barrycullen.com or pop by the dealership there as well. And also with winter here, and we're in the minus 14 and the minus 20 temperatures, that can be very hard on your car's battery. So go down to Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership right now for a free 12-volt battery charge test, and if you happen to need a new battery, you can receive a $20 rebate from Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership as well. So Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership is a proud advertiser and sponsor of Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show. I hope everyone is doing well on this Saturday, January 24th, 2026, one day before the NFL's Final Four, which you're going to see the AFC Championship game on Sunday between New England and Denver at 3 o'clock. And then the 6:30 matchup will be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the LA Rams. So we're going to find out by tomorrow night which two teams will be playing in Super Bowl 60 on Sunday, February 8th at Santa Clara in California at Levi Stadium. I hope everyone is doing well today on this chilly day here in Ontario, and I'm looking forward to my guest today. Her name is Azada Noori. She's a women's transformation coach out of the country of Amsterdam, and we're going to bring her on in one moment. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Chris. Thank you. I am very well. Thank you for having me on the podcast today. I'm really excited.
How's the weather and how's things in Amsterdam right now?
Very good. The weather is fun. It's Amsterdam, so the weather is doing great. We don't have too much cold right now, but it's also not super amazing. But I'm really, really excited for summer because summer in Amsterdam is the best.
And does it get really hot and humid there?
In summer, it depends. It feels way more hotter than it is because it's that humid, but the summer is just so gorgeous because usually it's around 20-25 degrees, so it's perfect to cycle around. We have tulips going on. There's like so much nature and flowers that just bloom up, and everyone is outside, which is not usual in the winter, of course, but in summer that's just amazing. People are so much more happy and friendly.
I just want to make sure I had your name right. I pronounced it right.
Yes, it's Azada. So
Azada.
Almost.
Okay, Azada Noori. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on here. And you're my guest from a ninth different country around the world too, by the way.
Wow, amazing. I feel very special.
Now, have you lived in Amsterdam your whole life?
Yes, I was born and raised in Amsterdam. I have lived in multiple countries around Europe, but Amsterdam is basically my yeah, home that I always come back to.
What is one of your favorite things about your country, Amsterdam? What do you love the most?
Oh, what I love the most is the ease of it, because I've traveled a lot around the world and I love the connection here. It's like public transportation. I also been to the US, and you really need a car there. Here you can literally cycle, everything is so close, and public transportation stops most of the time in front of your door. So it's just really, really easy to get around without a car.
For those people like myself who've never been to Amsterdam, what are some of the attractions of going there and maybe some of the food options?
Ooh, food wise, I wouldn't really recommend. There's not like a lot of special Dutch cuisine. Um, but it is amazing to see the tulips, especially like around um, March, April. That is just like the best time to go. Then you see like all the tulips, they are blooming bright. It's amazing to take some pictures with. The weather is also the best, less rain. And walking along in the city center, that's just amazing. Visiting museums, we have some of the most beautiful museums, especially Rijksmuseum. It's really old. The collection there is just exquisite. Um, and go to bars, because the locals are super nice and you get into contact with them super fast. And especially Americans, we love Americans. And so yeah, that is really nice. But Canadians, we don't have them a lot here, actually. So I think,
Really?
yeah, no, I've never ever met someone from Canada. I've met a lot of Americans, never a Canadian person. So you're the first, even if it's like online.
I think eventually you're going to see more Canadians come there because without getting into politics, I think we're going
Mhm.
to start traveling more to European countries as well. And
Mhm.
Amsterdam, yeah, it's not a very big country, is it?
No, I believe, but this can be another. I'm not sure about the information, but I believe we have like 7 million people right now. But yeah, not sure. I have to Google that. But it's not a lot. And especially, I live right outside Amsterdam, which is a little city, Haarlem. It is way smaller than Amsterdam. It is a little bit more local because Amsterdam has been sort of taken over by tourists and expats. So the city I live in is a little bit more local and smaller and a little bit more cute.
And I was reading up on Amsterdam too. Over
Mhm.
165 canals, and
Yes.
I think over 1,700 bridges.
Yes. We have we have a lot. Almost every 5 meters that you're walking in the city of city center of Amsterdam is a bridge. You're crossing bridges all the time, and it is very scenic. We have a lot of walking tours, so if you're coming to Amsterdam, I would really recommend it, because especially guided tours, they will explain to you everything about the buildings. Most of it is really, really old, and it is very scenic because you walk over a canal every single 5 meters almost.
So if you don't like water, it might not be the place to go.
No, not really. Unless you're just staying on the bridges and on the streets. You can also do like a tour where you go through the canals. And if you like water, then I would highly recommend it. It's very beautiful to see it from the waterfront.
Do you have a favorite canal in particular?
Um, Good question. Yes, actually. I never thought about it, but I now that I do, I have. And it is a canal that is the it's near Rembrandtplein, and it has a beautiful hotel on top of it. It's called L'Europe Hotel, and the hotel is very, very, very old style. How do you say old? Classical, very classical, and it's gorgeous, especially because the sun sets right in the canal at the end usually. So that is just gorgeous when you have you're there around sunset time, and you have some food. There's a pasta on the corner, and then what most people do in the summer, they sit on the edges of the canal. They have like takeaway food, and they sit on the edges, and it's so cozy. You see all these groups together, and then they watch the sunset, even though it's not as spectacular as probably Thailand or Bali or something. It is something really cozy and like a family feeling, especially in the summers.
Can you tell our audience a little bit about the time zone you are on right now?
Yes, right now it is 6 p.m. And that is, I believe, 6 hours ahead, right, of your
Yes,
time currently.
I'm on the
Okay.
East Coast here in Canada. Now, I wanted
Mhm.
to ask you this too. How many languages are spoken in Amsterdam? Obviously English, but what other languages?
A lot, like almost everything, I believe, because we have, especially Amsterdam, we have people from everywhere, especially a lot of Italians and Spanish people. Um, so Italian, Spanish, English, Dutch, of course. But I must say, especially in service, like restaurants and stuff, you have people that speak at least Italian, Spanish, and English. And usually not a lot of Dutch, because the people that serve you are usually expats. So if you want to go meet real Dutch people, I would go recommend you to go to one specific area, and that's called the Pipe. And there are all the Dutch people gathered.
How important is it to be bilingual and also your currency too? Do you guys have your own currency there?
We have the euro, so yeah, I believe it's the same in most of Europe, and yeah, I believe also it's very strong right now compared to. I talked with my friend about this. She has the Australian dollar, and we have way more stronger leverage over the Australian dollar or something. We talked about this. But yeah, to be bilingual, we get like when we're 13 or 14, we get English classes on school, just like jammed into us. So by the age that we are like 18, we speak fluently English. And also, when you go to the cinema, every single movie is English. Everything. Nothing gets translated like they do in Spain or Italy. It's just plain Hollywood, for example, and then they have like Dutch subtitles sometimes.
Was it difficult learning how to speak English?
No, not at all. I believe I even spoke English before I got classes in school, because we practiced with each other on school and it was so much fun. Maybe I was also part of the nerd group, so I don't know. But yeah, we practiced with each other, and then movies, especially if you look, I think every kid loves movies. Every single movie that is great is usually in English. Yeah. So yeah, grew up with it.
Do you have a particular favorite movie?
Oh, multiple. The one that pops in my head right now, I've been wanting to see it for a while, is Alice in Wonderland.
That's a
What is
classic.
yours, actually?
I like comedies and science fiction movies. So Adam Sandler
Oh,
movies, comedies, science fiction movie. Um, Disney, I like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
mm-hmm. Oh, great. What is like one movie recommendation you say like, oh, I really need to have seen at least once in my life?
I there one movie. It's called The Fugitive with Harrison Ford. It was made
Oh.
33 years ago, but it
Mm-hmm.
was made. It was a remake of a TV series from the 60s, and to me,
Mm-hmm.
I would say that's my favorite movie. The Fugitive with Harrison Ford and Tommy Lee Jones in it. But the
Mm-hmm.
movie industry has changed a lot too with live streaming now. You don't even have to go to a movie theater anymore. You can watch it all on live stream.
Oh, really? Oh, I
Yes,
don't know. Oh, you mean like
with
like
Netflix
oh,
and Netflix and
yes.
Amazon Prime,
Mhm.
so the industry is kind of shrinking there too.
Mhm. Yes, 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 certainly. Because honestly, the last time that I went to the cinema is at least a year ago. Because you don't have to anymore. You don't have to go out of your house anymore to do basically anything.
What's a fun fact about Amsterdam that our audience might not know about your country?
Um, a fun fact. Hmm. Okay, so a fun fact about Amsterdam is that even though it's a Dutch city, I would say that it's almost the most international city in the entire Europe, because at any time of hour of the day you can find anything. If you fancy like having Chinese, if you fancy Turkish food, if you fancy anything, basically Caribbean food, any time of the day it's open, especially in the city center of Amsterdam. You meet people from wherever, and everyone is there basically to either get high or they do a city trip, and they are having so much fun. And the thing that I love about Amsterdam the most, and that's basically part of the fun fact, is everyone is really open-minded. So to say hi, to start a conversation, people are always
Very
open,
friendly.
very friendly to start, yeah, talking to you. Yeah,
Now, is Amsterdam very diverse too? Very diverse with
extremely.
cultures? Yes.
Hmm.
So it's similar to Canada then.
Ah, okay. I don't know about Canada. I want to find
It's
out one day.
hopefully you do. And
Yes.
one of the cities you want to go to is Toronto, which is our version of New York, LA, and Chicago. And then Vancouver out in the West Coast is beautiful. And then Montreal, if you like history and you like French,
Mhm.
Montreal, Quebec's another place you want to go to as well.
Mhm. Okay, great. I'm gonna keep them in mind, because when I go to Canada, I'm gonna do a road trip. So I'm gonna see everything before I leave.
And make sure you come see me because I'm not far from Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls is
Oh.
sort of like our Las Vegas, but it's nicer than
Mhm.
Las Vegas. And if you like wine, Niagara Falls is our wine area here in Canada.
Ooh, that sounds very tempting. I like it a
So,
lot. Yes,
so if you
it's a
ever do come
deal.
this way, let me know and I'll be your tour.
Yes.
So,
And same if you come to Amsterdam, it's a deal.
absolutely. Now I have to find out. I've never been on an airplane, by the way. Believe it or not, I've never been on
Oh,
an airplane. I'm gonna find out how long of a flight it would be from here to Amsterdam. Amsterdam. I know Australia from Canada is about a 16,
mhm.
17 hour flight.
Wow. Oh, that's very long. Um, I wouldn't know actually. I went to Los Angeles, and that's like 16 hours, but I know that's the other part, all the way the other part of America. I believe Miami, which is like that part, is like
East Coast. It's on the East Coast. Yeah.
East Coast. Yes, it's like 6 hours or something. Yeah. So I don't think it's longer. Maybe I don't think it's longer than 10 hours, maybe, to Canada.
Depends on the
Yeah.
weather too. So I'll have to try there as well.
Mhm.
And Amsterdam is known for Heineken beer too.
Yes. Oh, when you come, you have to do the Heineken tour in the Heineken Museum. They actually made a whole museum from it.
Wow.
And it's amazing. You get unlimited beer though, so I would order a taxi to your hotel or something, because I'm not sure if you can walk afterwards.
Or yeah, walk or get an. Do you have Uber there too?
Yes.
Uber. So
Yes.
it's yeah,
Yeah.
it's like what we have here too. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely try that. But
Yeah.
Veda, can you just tell our? I'm based near Toronto. Can you tell our audience just a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. My name is Azada, and basically what I do is I help other women become extremely confident in their self. If it's either their body language, if it's goals that they want to stand on stage and host events and speak to people, or if it's something small that they finally want to stand up against this friend that has been sort of bullying them, but not really, or they want to speak up in a meeting on their job. I basically help them to be able to speak up, chase their goals, and go after what they want, to live a life without resentment and with extreme confidence. So they're finally really happy from the inside.
In your opinion, do you find bullying and belittling and playing small has increased with the internet and social media platforms over the years, decades?
Definitely, yes. Um, More so online, of course, because online it's so easy to leave that one hateful comment, or to leave a comment that is a little bit sarcastic, that you don't really know what the other person means. But like haters, I believe, especially with the growth of TikTok and Instagram, haters have increased dramatically. And I think that's actually a very good thing, because it creates for us a way that we can build more resistance towards that, and actually focus on ourselves and be like looking inward, like, okay, I really feel aggravated right now, so I need to work on this. And maybe my self-worth is too much dependent on the likes or the followers or what other people think of me. And with the people that I work with, I see often that they look outside for validation instead of inside. What do I think? Do I like this reel? Then I post it and I let it. But sometimes they post it and then they don't get the response that they hope. So they don't get the validation. And then they remove it, for example. And that goes with basically every situation in life.
Can you just talk to our audience what belittling term means and playing small?
Yes. So I believe it's like two different things. Belittling is more like, I see it more as bullying. So if you belittle another person, you make that person feel smaller than that person actually is. You down talk. And this happens from stories that I've heard from past clients, mostly on the workplace, especially between people that have like a higher rank, and then the other people that do their work or want to grow or like climb the ladder. Of course, they always have this manager or this boss that belittles them and says like, hey, yeah, you didn't do it good, or I can do it better like this, you should do it like that. And that's just a very shitty feeling that they get left with. And then playing small is a whole different thing, because you do according to the knowledge that you have, but most people don't think bigger than what their goal is. So for example, I have a goal, let's say I want to stand on stage in front of 10 people and I want to speak seamlessly and it goes amazing. Now, playing small is just doing the bare minimum to get to that goal. But what if you could speak instead of 10 people, you could speak in front of 10,000 in an arena? And most people that play small don't even recognize this idea in their head that it's possible. And in order to think that it's possible, you have to rewire your entire identity. And then you have different thoughts. Different thoughts create new beliefs. And then you realize that it is possible. So, yeah.
Now, I can speak for myself. I've been bullied myself. I think a lot of us in the world, around the world, at some point in our lives have been bullied. How has your experiences with bullying kind of helped you get into being a woman's transformation coach?
Well, yeah, I've been bullied too. I was basically the nerd on school. And I was always the outcast. I would have my book and be on the toilet and reading and eating my sandwich there, because then I would avoid confrontation. And confrontation would usually look like people like picking on me, circling me, grabbing my backpack, stuff like that. I must say, from my home on, I have learned to stand up for myself, but not in the right way. I would like punch like a person or something, and then that would make it more fun because it's like more people against one. And basically what that taught me is that communication is the number one thing in your entire life. But not only communicating right, body language plays a huge role. Because I can sit here and, for example, say, yeah, please don't touch my backpack. I don't like that so much. And then you stand up for yourself. But you can also put your shoulders back, your head up, and say, don't touch my backpack. I don't like that. And that is a whole different way of coming across, especially to bullies and especially to people in the workplace that are getting bullied. Even if it's in a way that you can't really say that they're being bullied, but kinda they do. So yeah, it helped me a lot to really dive deep into the psychology of all that, and I find it extremely interesting.
When you mention the word bullying, people think, oh, okay, in schools, elementary schools, little kids, but adults probably bully more than kids do. And I've seen a lot of it in the corporate work world, whether
Mm.
as well, environment where people trying to get ahead bully those people down. I wanted to ask you this, Azada. For those people that are watching the show live stream right now or on audio,
Mhm.
and they're being bullied right now, what advice would you give to them?
Okay. So this is a very difficult one because of course you don't want to lose your job. So I wouldn't go so far as to actually be extremely assertive in a way that you offend them. So it's really good to be clear, to have a good posture, and to actually take them apart. Never do it in a group or in a meeting because the person that's bullying you might be in a higher form, so like a manager or something like that. Those are the stories that I hear most often. And if you tell them exactly that you don't like something in front of a group, is about it becomes a power struggle. So what I would do is take this person apart, tell him or her exactly how what he or she is doing is making you feel, and then setting boundaries. I don't like this, and I want this and this to change before this and this date. So what happens is that you actually set a boundary, but you also reinforce that boundary because that person needs to change. If this person doesn't change, I would either take it higher up and talk with like someone that is a work therapist or something. But most importantly, if nothing changes, are you willing to leave this job? Because I've also had people that were bullied for 15 years. 15 years
Yes.
is a long time to be bullied
I
on
for
work.
me 20 years, 20
Oh
years.
my God.
20 years. Toxic
Yeah.
environment. Toxic environment. I
Yes.
wanted to ask you this too, Azada. I know you work a lot with women. Do you ever work with any male clients, or is it just normally females?
Normally females, yes. I have worked with some men in the past, but that was not like real coaching. It was more that they also attended my events. And that was really nice. But I noticed throughout the time that my experiences and the experience that I really speak to are mostly women. Because for a man, I believe that I don't go through the same experience. So I can help them, of course, and generally some stuff is the same. But I believe man to man is real transformational, instead of a woman to a man.
Now, when you say the word bully, everybody thinks men only, but women can be bulliers too.
Oh, definitely. Yes. But women can be really mean bulliers. Men are mostly straight up. Women are mostly sneaky when they bully in a way that you can't really put your finger on it, but you feel really shitty and you know that she is bullying you. But there's not a real red line that you can follow or like say something about. Usually it's very sneaky. So those are yeah, the hard ones. But what works really well, especially if a woman gets bullied by another woman, is to take her part and sit with her and explain to her, this is how you make me feel. I don't like that. I want this and this to change. Are you able to do that? But again, I must say, if the work environment is as toxic as you experienced, for example, in 20 years, yeah, are you willing to leave? Because if the entire work environment is like that, yeah, I'm not sure if something is will be changed easily.
Toxic environment at work or a toxic environment at home. It's so hard to get out of it because some people, that's
Mhm.
all they know. And when they take themselves out of the toxic environment, they might physically remove themselves from it, but they're still stuck in that toxic environment themselves.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And it's also like, what are people's beliefs? How do they view the world? What is their upbringing? What do they have experienced? And that made them the person that they are today. And of course, they will bring that to work. And if that's not so positive, then yeah, the people around them, especially if you're stuck together on work, will experience the same that they have also.
Do you find women who belittle women, it's a little different than men?
Yes. I think yes. Because I feel men are because I experienced that also with my husband. He works with men, especially in the fitness industry, and they are very straight up. Sometimes I even wonder about it because men just bluntly say to each other, "Hey bro, you need to do this and this different. I don't like this. This is not cool." Woman, not so much. We have hints, we don't tell each other straight up how it is, and then we hint and then go around each other's backs sometimes, and it's just not so nice. So you really have to like ask a woman about it. And I feel that is very different. But I feel also that we have way more impact with each other if we sit each other down and really have an open conversation. Because I believe every single woman on earth is able to do that with each other.
Azada, when did you develop an interest in helping women as a confidence trainer and a coach?
Good question. Not so long ago, actually. I started with doing events, confidence events, but just for men and women together. And I started this in Bali. And when I did it, it grew so fast. I had like, I believe, 2 events. And then from the second one, it was sold out. And I did like 4 events a week there because it's really easy and amazing. And then I noticed that the participants were like so engaged and so excited. And we had like all these little mini transformations inside the event. And we came the event in just as normal people, and we went out as one big family. And it brought us so much more closer because everyone's so vulnerable. And the more vulnerable you are, the bigger your transformation, of course. But in that moment, because I did social media marketing before this, before all of this, and I made good money and it was nice. And then I started hosting these events just because I thought, like, let's try something new. And I've been thinking about it a while, so just do it. And I expected to fail, by the way. I prepared like 4 hours speaking before, and I expected that this would go really badly. And then it went so well, but what I did not expect was in the moment, in this event, in the middle of the event, I felt so alive. I've never felt this alive before. And I saw all these people sharing, and we connected, and I heard women that they were struggling with and how they solved it. And I gave them like some tips here and there, and then they started practicing on it. And a week later they came to me like, yeah, I feel so powerful, I'm gonna be so confident, thank you so much. And that was just the best feeling ever. And I was like, when I came back in the Netherlands, because again, I was like, that's my purpose. I think that's my purpose.
The impact of social media has on your career, and you can get people from around the world that have experienced the same issues as well.
Exactly. Yes. And especially people from Bali that also went back to, for example, I had some girls that went back to Germany, some girls that went back to the US. And then we reconnected on FaceTime or like Google Meet. And then we had like this event online. And they told me that it was such a extreme energy boost in the middle of their entire work week that it's just all the motivation that they needed to go through the week. And every single woman that tells me something like that is just me, my little girl from the inside, that's just extremely happy, because anything like that is so much more worth than money. If I can make another person have a better week or a better day, or yeah, it means a lot. I love it so much. It gives me life, basically.
Is your sessions all virtually, or do you do some in-person sessions too?
Now I do them all virtually because I am in Amsterdam, and my clients are usually not in Amsterdam. They are usually US, some Europe here and there, and Asia. So yeah, virtually now. But I plan to do them in real life again when I go to Asia.
Or you come to Canada?
Oh, same. Yes, would be amazing. Yes.
Yeah. Azada, I'm going to put you on the spot here. How would you describe yourself as a public speaker?
Oh, um, good question. How would I describe myself as a public speaker? Well, I believe I'm extremely high energy. So when I'm on stage, I make everyone jump. So I actually tell people to stand up, jump. I put on really loud music. I make them all jump and dance and go crazy, sweat a little bit for maybe 1 to 3 minutes. And what that basically does is it makes them open to me. So their entire physiology makes them so like energetic and happy, and it releases so much happy hormones that whatever I'm telling next, they are having the full focus. And that is really important because they get so much more engaged. I believe I Um, yeah, and very high energy. I think that's it, and very much that everyone can participate. It's not that I stand on stage and I'm the only one talking for an hour or something. I think that's really boring. But yeah, I let them come on stage, do their story.
Funny
Yeah.
thing about me is I love public speaking now at the age of 53, but when I was younger, when I was in
Mm-hmm.
front of people, I would kind of shrink and play small.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm very comfortable in being in front of an audience. What's the largest audience you've been in front of? And do you have any rituals before you do a live speaking engagement?
The largest audience that I've been in front of was, I believe, what was 250 people. That is the largest until now. And rituals, not per se. I go on really, really afraid, but fear is basically the same feeling as excitement in the brain. So I just keep on repeating that to me. And then when I'm on stage, I'm gonna put on music, we're gonna dance, we're gonna jump. And that is gonna release all of my built up energy that's actually like either anxiety or fear of speaking or anything. I'm gonna release it with the audience in the same time. And yeah, then we're going for it. I have a question actually for you, if you don't mind.
Yep, go ahead.
How did you manage to go from playing really small and very insecure to speaking with confidence on stage?
I was in a security job. I went to school for law and security. I was in a security job for almost 25 years. And at the end, during the pandemic, it just, I wasn't happy there anymore. They weren't happy. It came to a work divorce, and I ended
Mm.
up doing some volunteer work. And that volunteer work led me to doing camera work, and the camera work led me to doing this podcast. So I ended
Mhm.
up finding a new career through volunteer work, and I love doing what I'm doing. So it was at the point where I was no longer happy in my other career, and I was grateful for it. And that career, I had to learn how to think, speak, communicate, listen, and being in security helped me prepare for this. And 6 years ago, I switched careers into media, radio, and I love what I'm doing. And it's never too late to change yourself. I'm 53 right now, but I reinvented myself from when I was even 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Wow, very inspirational. I love that story a lot.
And I love storytelling too. And when you're in security, you have to have empathy for people. You have to learn how to deal with people with mental health issues. I was in a gambling environment, so some of these people had gambling addictions, mental health issues, some substance, alcohol. And part of my job in security was to assist and help them and show some empathy and communication. So I think that career prepared me for that. And that's a very good question.
Mm. Yes, yes, I like that a lot. I think everything that happens throughout our life or that we experience is good. Even if it's really, really bad, it is good because it's gonna prepare you for whatever is coming. It makes you stronger, but also it's meant to happen. Because, for example, very shortly before all of this, before that I started my entire brand, I lost every single thing, my house, um, my money, everything, job. And then I actually started my own business. And that's just been the greatest thing ever. So, yeah, meant to be.
How would you describe yourself as an entrepreneur, as a business owner?
Um, very impulsive in sometimes. Strategic also here and there, but I think more impulsive because I tend to take action before I think. And so far, that has been proven to be a very good thing. So I believe that the more action you take, the better it goes because you can feel faster. And that's what I've been learning also in the past time. My goal is basically in life to fail as much as possible. And the more I fail, eventually I will win somewhere here or there. But yeah, an entrepreneur that fails constantly.
And one thing I've learned about an entrepreneur is you're going to make mistakes, and you're also going to have people who support you, but you're also going to get your skeptics, naysayers, or in some cases haters. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to block out the noise. And that's why it's important to even rewire your mindset too.
Mhm. Yes, exactly, constantly, because throughout the entire entrepreneurship, especially when you begin, you're going to feel so extremely lonely because when you come out of a job, 9 to 5, or if it's some other situation that's didn't go so well, your friends and your family from all of your life that you've been knowing, they won't understand what you're doing right now. Because if you start something or something, a business, it's going to be very out of the box. So people are going to start questioning you. And what happened with me is I lost a lot of friends because I was busy with my business so much. So you don't have a lot of time to spend anymore. And they don't understand it. It's going to be a very lonely time. But afterwards, you're going to meet all of these crazy people that are also entrepreneurs that are bigger than you. That is just really, really inspirational. And I believe nowadays with the internet, it's just the biggest gold mine ever, because you can just follow everyone along their way and get motivation out of every podcast, like yours, for example.
Well, thank you. And how we connected was through TikTok and me seeing your
Yeah.
content, and I really liked your content. I could relate to it, and obviously, you thought my content was a good fit as well.
Mhm. Yes, exactly. Yeah. And I like that you are so diverse. You interview people from every country, everywhere, in every niche. And
Yep.
I think that's a really, really good thing.
And I'm just trying to prove to people too, age is just a number.
Mhm.
Age, I'm 53 by the way, but life experiences and life skills are just as important as being in the classroom. And don't get me wrong, education in the classroom is important, but it doesn't stop when you leave a classroom. Education is a lifelong process. So being self-taught is not a liability, it's an asset. Just like being 53, I have life experiences and life skills that the younger people don't have. And that's another thing too. I'm able to work with people of all different aesthetics.
Mhm.
I think I said that right, and age groups too. So I tell
Yes.
people, don't judge someone based on their age and their background. Judge them on the body of their work and their character.
Yes, exactly. Yes. And especially work, because it doesn't matter like where you are in life, the work that you put in. But honestly, I need to say something about that because I used to struggle with that a lot, especially when starting a business or working on myself. I put in a lot of work, like so much so that I almost neglected my real self, and I just worked on my business and worked on my business. And I think it's really important to remember that compound is also a thing. So if you do one small thing for the next 10 years, then you will also have a difference, even though you don't see it in 1 month, for example. And especially for people that are really busy, hectic lifestyles, or a business, or a 9 to 5, I mean, it is very important to, for example, if you can go 1 hour to the gym, go 15 minutes a day. But that 15 minutes are going to compound and build up, and it's going to be so much better than not going at all.
Work-life balance too, and also I've had to learn this too. Doing media work, I do a lot of sitting and standing, and I'm trying to listen to my doctor now. So when I finish a show with my guests, I go for a 20-30 minute walk and get my legs moving and get some fresh air, because you have to move. You have to keep moving because it helps your mindset, but it also helps your physical body as well. And you have to look after yourself. If you don't look after your mind and your body, they're not going to be able to do work. So life work balance is important too. And sometimes I get so caught up in this, I lose track of time.
Yes, yes, but that is like with all the people all over the world, I believe, and especially with social media nowadays. I talk to my friends a lot, and then they this other friend, she spent like 7 hours on a day scrolling because she just went to scroll for a little bit, and then she basically sort of was like, oh, I need to go to the bathroom for a little bit, and she looked at the phone and it was 7 hours. And that is just, it is crazy. And the thing is, especially social media captures our attention so much we don't even notice. So apart from business and 9 to 5 and everything, it is so important to get off the phone, because if you get off, you can get out and then walk and do something.
I'd like to play a little video clip from your YouTube channel. How can people find you on YouTube and social media? And we'll play this clip from your YouTube channel. We'll plug it right now.
Yes. Oh, amazing. Great. So people can find me on TikTok and Instagram at the Azada Noori, and YouTube the exact same name as well.
Okay, I'm going to play this clip right now. It's from your YouTube channel, which I subscribed. It's called Motivation You Need to Keep Going. It's from your YouTube channel. Please, everybody, subscribe, like, and share. Thank you so much, Azada, and we're going to play it right now.
Have you ever stopped and asked yourself, why do I think the way I do? Who taught me what is possible and what's not? Who taught you to think smaller, to wait, to be realistic? Let me tell you something. Most of your thoughts aren't even yours. They're recycled beliefs from a world that is scared, a world that forgets how powerful a human being is. They taught you to play small, to have doubt. Doubt that you living your dream life is just too good to be true. They taught you that failure is the worst thing you can ever do in your entire life. And then they wonder, why do you feel stuck, depressed, burned out? But what if I told you, you are not stuck, you've just been programmed. And any program can be rewritten. Every thought you think is shaping your reality. The thought you had 2 weeks ago, you're living it right now. And every single day you get to choose again. Choose who you want to be. Choose your story you want to write. Choose what future you want to live. You are the author, the director, the creator. Your life is a video game. The only thing you don't realize is you are holding the controller. The moment you wake up and say, I'm done living by default, I quit being an NPC, the universe starts to respond. Doors open, people show up, ideas flood your brain. Because you finally stopped resisting who you were always meant to be. You are born with a purpose. Stop waiting for permission to fulfill that purpose. Stop asking if it's possible. It's all possible. You were never meant to fit in. Leaders do not fit in, they lead. The world doesn't need another person dying with regret on their last breath. It needs you, fulfilling what you came here to do. So put away your phone and think about the thing you want to do in life. What is that one thing that makes your heart pound like it's trying to escape your chest? The one thing that scares you the most. That is the thing. Your sign to go there. Not because it's safe, but because that is where your dream life is. On the other side of that fear. From now on, I want you to tell yourself this every single morning. You're going to sit up straight. You're going to take a deep breath. Exhale slowly. And you're going to repeat this loud. The sound, your voice has to come from your belly. I can and I will achieve everything I want in life. I am powerful and fearless. I deserve to live the life of my dreams. You need to act before your brain has a chance to negotiate with your fear. Because fear isn't real, it's a story, a reflex from our old brain. It's not the truth, it's a fake protection. It's like wind. You can see it, but you can't feel it. And just like wind, it'll either push you back or blow your boat forward. You don't need to feel brave to act. You act, that's how you become brave. Tell yourself one thing enough times and your nervous system will start to believe it. Your confidence will grow, your reality will be bent because your actions are louder than doubts. So go, feel the fear, do it anyway. Repetition beats your fear. Go make the move that will change your life. Have you ever?
Thank you so much for letting me play this clip. Thoughts on this video?
Thoughts on the video? Yes. That was basically the moment that I made that video. It was, I believe, after an event that I had. And I noticed that a lot of questions that popped up were about how can I be more confident? Oh, I'm so scared. I have so much anxiety. And basically the thing that I noticed was everyone is exactly the same. They always have a fear that they're not good enough. That is basically the number one fear in every single human being on earth. And if everyone has that one feeling, if I'm not good enough, what does it say about the generalization about the world? It is then very easy to just be you because everyone is not good enough. So the bare minimum is already like very low. And I believe that the only reason people are now not feeling good enough is because they're afraid. They're either avoiding something or they think they can't do it. And you can always do everything. You just need to rewire your brain, which is really, really easy, especially if you just write down what is the thing that I want. Especially in social media, we look at other people so much that our own personalization, our own personality is just flowing away because we look at what does she post? Oh, how does she act? Oh, I need to be more like that because that gets a lot of likes. But who are you? What do you want? Who are you going to serve? What is your special talent? Because you have something. Everyone is here on earth to do a purpose. And your purpose will never be the same as Katie77 on Instagram, for example. Your purpose is very different and you have your own part of people that you're going to help. Because if I post content, I'm never going to reach or speak to the heart of the people that you are going to speak to, Chris. have my own people. And that is the same with every single person on earth. They have their own little group of people that just get reached through the heart with whatever they're posting or saying. And I think it's really important to realize that if you are listening to this.
The word I wanted to use is complacency. I was like that in my other career at the end where I was just going in for a paycheck, putting in my time. And also, a lot of people like to stay shrunk, small. That way they can't be seen. What are your thoughts on that?
Yes, exactly. That's a huge one because if you don't go out there, you can't feel, and people can't reject you, and you can't feel hurt. There was this saying. My husband and I talked about it last time. It's something like if you. I forgot. If you don't do anything, if you don't become anything, if you don't say anything, you will never feel, you will never get hurt, something like this. But basically the conclusion is if you don't speak your mind, if you don't have a clear opinion about something and voice that, if you don't stand up for yourself, yes, of course, you will never get hurt, you will never get rejected, but you also will not reach your potential and your purpose. And yeah, what is life without a purpose?
Bingo. And before we wrap this show up in a couple of minutes, Azada, can you just tell us about rebuilding your confidence with neuroscience, psychology, and identity transformation? Can you explain that a little bit to our audience?
Yes, of course. Well, using neuroscience is really important because your brain is basically built up of all these little cells, and identity transformation as well. The thing is this, most people are just who they are because they are being built by either the system, schools, their surroundings, the people that they hang out with, the shows that they watch, the words that they use, the thoughts that they have on a daily basis. And what usually happens is that people don't stand still and ask themselves, hey, right now, do I like the person that I am on this very day? Who do I want to be? How can I go there? They always just accept. They wake up and they say, oh, today I'm going to be a little bit better. Or today I'm not going to take the bag of candy, or I'm not going to eat a bag of chips. And if you do not rewire your entire identity, it is very hard for you to change, or nothing will change at all. So you really have to sit down and write down, who do I want to be? What are the habits of this person? What does this person do on a daily basis? What does this person believe? What does this person think? Does this person walk in a sweatpants all day, or wears this person a jeans? It's going to go very specific, very narrow it down. And then eventually, when you write down who you don't want to be and who you are right now and who you want to be, all these tiny habits, then you can say to yourself, hey, I'm going to implement this tiny habit. And every single time that you implement a habit, then you actually become a whole new person. And a whole new person has all new opportunities and also a whole new thought process. So that is how you basically start rewiring your identity to become a person that can say, hey, I'm a woman that never eats this bag of chips because I just don't do it, for example. And yeah, that is actually how you start doing it, with also a lot of movement, because the more that you move, your body will actually change its state.
Can you just explain to our audience some of your methods?
Yes, exactly. So when I have an event, for example, the easiest way that I get people into a peak state, because usually people come in, they want to learn, right? But if someone sits like this, like, okay, let's learn. Will they actually learn something? That is the big question. But if someone is super excited and very happy, and they just jumped and they just danced for like full on 2-3 minutes with all these people, and they looked at each other and laughed, because how ridiculous is it that you come into an event where you learn psychology, how to rewire your identity and your mindset, but then people make you dance crazy for 2-3 minutes? That's like really weird. And that actually gets them so much out of their comfort zone that whatever I'm going to let them do next, they will be already very vulnerable. And that's the only way that you're actually going to learn, if you're open and being able to vulnerable to it. And then they share with the group. And I've noticed, because I do one-on-one also, but I noticed group training is the most powerful one. If you see other people sharing their fears, and they are the same as yours, which 90% of the time they are, it is so much more powerful, because it does like two things. You won't feel alone, and it strengthens a sense of family. And this connection will actually make you share more, and makes you be open to actual change. And you can hold each other accountable all the time. So I also have like a group chat where the women that get the training will hold each other accountable. And that is just so amazing, because you see the wins that they get and how they help each other, even if the other one has like a low day or something.
On average, how long is one of your sessions?
My sessions is usually 1 hour. If it's an event, it can go from 4 hours to the max is like 6 hours on a day, with a break in between. But yeah, that's it.
Do you have a name for your company yet? Business and branding and marketing?
Yes. Right now it's just my name, Azada Noori. My events are her confidence coach so far, and I'm gonna expand them. I've done over like 50 events, but those were also with men. The events that I've done with only women are like 5 right now.
How satisfying is it being able to help women and people and having an impact on their lives?
Oh, very. Because yeah, as I said before, I made a lot of money with social media marketing and had a lot of companies that I worked for. It was amazing. The money was great. The collaborations is sometimes here and there a little bit difficult, because you work with so many different people, and I also had like a team of 20 people. So it was basically, the money was great. That's it. What now is very great is the impact that I can have on people, because I actually see women changed. I see them on stages and when they came in, they were so like anxious and very small looking and very afraid, and now I see them speak, and I see them speak up, make content, show up online in a way that I would have never seen them show up. And It gives me so much life because I don't only earn money, I just literally get to change other people's lives. And that's just, I believe more than money, that's the most satisfying thing on earth, to help other people.
You want to see people grow and not shrink.
Exactly. Yeah. And how cool would the world be if everyone gets to live their dream life? Like, how cool would it be? Everyone's happy. Everyone's
And that's what
having
I'm
a
and that's
blast.
what and that's what I'm trying to do with my media talk show, regardless of my age or being self-taught. This is something I have a passion for. Whatever you do in life, you need to find that passion. I can speak from experience. I stayed with a company for almost
Mhm.
25 years and I was complacent and I was getting paid well, but I wasn't happy. And I'm making a little less money doing this than in my other career, but I'm much happier. And this is something I love doing, the storytelling aspect with my guests and the learning aspect and connecting with people too.
Yes, exactly. Yes. And it is so much more because money is great, but the thing is, yeah, if you are the only one enjoying it, yeah, what is basically the point then? And but if you can help other people, and even if it's just a little bit, just make their day good, right? Not their entire life. You just made their day. How amazing is that? That they in return can make someone else's day because they are now having a really good time. And I feel like it's just a entire loop. It starts with you make someone's day, this person also, and then it goes around.
When I've gone to Toronto for sporting events, I do freelance media work. I've had strangers come up to me, people I've never met in my life, shake my hand, get a picture with me, and tell me how much they like my work. And it's just a nice feeling because strangers coming up to me, and it's just I do this because I have a passion. But obviously, there's people out there that are watching my work, and when they see me, they want to get a selfie with me and meet me, and it's just a great feeling.
Wow, that's really good. Wow, that's amazing actually, because then you know that what you do actually pays off.
Absolutely, hard work, passion, and willingness to improve and learn.
Mhm.
Never get complacent in anything you do. I have to ask you this, Azada. Do you have any plans in the future for your own podcast show or even a book at some point?
Yeah. Well, I'm actually starting my own podcast. It hasn't, I have literally the
Do
first
tell.
10 weeks. Yeah, I'm so excited. I wouldn't this. I only told my husband about it and my mom. That's it.
Okay. And now me
Yeah.
and my audience.
Yeah, same. And your audience, yes. I have my,
Congratulations.
thank you so much, Chris. I'm very excited. I have my first appointment, first podcast next Wednesday with a girl here in Amsterdam. So really excited.
What time and how can our audience watch or listen to your podcast, Sean? Do you have a name for it yet?
Yes, the name is Her Confidence Code, and my podcast isn't live yet because I have to yet still take the first episode ever.
Okay.
So very exciting. But if they want to follow it, if they want to hear more about it, then they can see on my socials because I'm for sure gonna share it on my socials, the name and the time and everything. It will be Dutch times that I posted, but it will be also on YouTube. So yeah.
And it'll be available on what? Apple Podcast, Spotify.
So far, YouTube, Apple Podcast, Spotify, and that is it for now. I heard you are on almost 20
One 21
platforms.
platforms, yeah, and
Oh,
trying to get
Jesus.
more, and hopefully a radio station. I'm working on an
Oh.
online radio station. It's called Real
Mhm.
Wealth Radio. It's a combination of music, real estate, and talk
Ooh,
shows. So when our
wow.
show airs on there, I will send you the link to their station, and
Mhm.
and I'm gonna be. But I'm going to be on the 10 o'clock at night time zone, so that would probably
Mhm.
be 4 a.m. your time. So
Oh,
but with technology, you can listen to it
yes,
anytime.
for sure. Yes, amazing. Oh, that's really good. Well, so I'm not that hardcore like you yet, but one day.
Well, congratulations. Again, what's the name of your podcast again? We'll promote it here.
um, the name is Her Confidence Codes.
Okay. And your next first episode is going to come out, what, next week approximately?
Yes, yes. So it's probably gonna get in next weekend, I believe. Yes, because I'm doing the podcast on Wednesday and I'm gonna do some hardcore editing, and then in the weekend it's gonna launch.
And you're going to have weekly guests, right?
Yes. Yes. Weekly guests, they are usually women. And I have picked them because they are either really high up in their company and or businesswoman, or they are content creators and like influencers, stuff like that. So they are yeah, very busy with their passion. I think that's the most important thing. But they have experienced a lot of insecurities, and I believe to share that with the world is really really impactful, especially for women that are not yet there or very young, or yeah, I think that is very important.
So it'll be a once a week show, right?
It is, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes,
I do this show
yes.
4 or 5 times a week, so it's a lot of work. Even doing one show a
Ooh,
week is a lot, but I do 4 or 5 a week.
wow, that is like so impressive because you do it on 21 platforms 4 or 5 times a week. Oh, this is like a whole full-time
I
job.
I need to hire somebody. So I'm trying to
Yes.
build my business and brand and
Mhm.
get recognized out there as well. So, and by the way, in any career, you're going to get successes, but you're also going to get told no. I tell
Mhm.
people don't take no personally. Take no as a temporary setback and learn
Mhm.
from it.
Yes, exactly. I agree 100% because I heard this other I heard a person say one day that you need 100 no's to get to a yes. So basically it's just you need to count. If you have 100, eventually you will get a yes. And I believe from personal experience it's always within the 100 already. So
And
yeah.
I did this year with the NFL Super Bowl game.
Mhm.
I've been turned down the last 4 years, and this year they gave me a media pass for the game in a couple weeks.
Wow,
Unfortunately,
Chris.
I would have honestly, if without getting into politics with you, if this was 2 years ago, I would have gone. But unfortunately, the timing wasn't right. So, but I emailed them, I let them know, and they really like my work. So it's just the timing of it
Mm.
wasn't the greatest. But you also sometimes have to make hard business decisions for
Mhm.
yourself and your safety, and
Yeah.
also for your own morale. So as much as I wanted to go just for my own personal reason, personal safety, I couldn't. But it was a great feeling to because the National Football League is sort of like the World Cup of soccer is over in Europe. It is a big deal, and unfortunately, the timing wasn't right. So as an entrepreneur, sometimes you have to make hard decisions, but you got to make the right decision.
Yes, yes, I understand. And that's very important. But it's very good that you could do that. But congratulations, because you're still on the map. That's a very big thing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And always stay humble and stay hungry. Humble and hungry. And
Yes.
you just got to keep working hard and also just keep improving. Don't get complacent. Hey,
Mhm.
Zayda, as we wrap this show up, do you have another question to ask the host to put me on the hot seat as we wrap this up?
Ooh, I can put you on the hot seat. That's very interesting. Okay, so you have been doing this for the last 5 years, if I remember
6 years.
correctly. 6 years,
Yep.
6 years.
Yep.
Okay. Throughout every single person that you've spoken to so far and everything that you have learned and experienced, what would be one advice that you would give someone right now that would come to you and say, hey, I'm so done at my job. I really, really want to just start my own thing. I have absolutely no idea how.
You need to find your passion. For me, I was doing some volunteer work, which led to me doing camera work. The camera work led me to doing this. So find your passion, and sometimes it can be through volunteer work. But whatever you do in life, find your passion. And life is short, and you should be doing stuff that you like. And my other career kind of prepared me for this. So what I tell people, find your passion, but also you have to be willing to work at it. You have to work at it, learn, step out of your comfort zone too. I've had to step out of my comfort zone a many of times doing this, and the only way you get better as a professional is to step out of your comfort zone, try new things. You might not like everything. I wear 9 or 10 different hats here, and I might not be the best at everything, but it's important to you keep learning and
Mhm.
willing to try new things and keep an open mind as well. When I was in my other career, I was like younger people, lazy, this new generation. I've worked with a lot of them that are in their 20s, and they're very respectful to me. they want to learn from my experiences. So I now have an open mind too. So keep an open mind, have a strong mind, and also you have to believe in yourself, because you're going to have people who support you, but you're also going to get naysayers, haters, and skeptics that don't want to see you succeed. So
Yeah.
I would just say you got to be willing to work, but you're also going to have to learn and also take some feedback occasionally as well, and use the feedback to keep improving and keep learning.
Yes. Wow, that is very good advice. I love it.
And finally, Azada, where can our audience again follow you on social media, your website, and the best way of contacting you if somebody's watching this show or listening to the show and they want to do some sessions with you?
The best way would be through social media. I would recommend to go to the Azada Noori on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, wherever. I would go. If you want to contact me, it would be Instagram or TikTok. That's the easiest. And my website is azadanori.com.
Azada, I want to say thank you so much for giving us over 70 minutes. I apologize for keeping you over an hour, but thank you so much for coming on here, and continued success in your career, and congratulations on your podcast. And please send me the link, because I would like to listen to your first show. And if you need any advice or any tips from my experience, I would like to pay it forward, because I had people when I first started who gave me some tips and some advice. And if I can pass it along to you or others, I'd be happy to do so as well. And hopefully one day you get to come to Canada and I can come out to us at Amsterdam as well, and to try your food and beer and your culture there.
Yes, exactly. I would love that. I would love to meet in real life. And thank you so much for this opportunity. And I will definitely take you up on the offer of helping me get my stuff started, especially the podcast, I mean. And I think I can learn a lot from you.
Before I let you go, I got to make sure I get this in 1 second. It's a new little thing on StreamYard, which I use for my podcast. Platforms, and it's really great. And you can do the shows live video, you can do them pre-recorded, or your guests can come on audio only as well. So if you're looking for, if you want to try StreamYard.com, I would recommend it.
Okay, amazing. Thank you so much, Chris.
Azada, I want to say thank you so much. Continued success. Give me a little bit of time this afternoon here, and I will send you the full video, the audio, and I will shrink the video into 30 to 40-second clips, because everybody's attention spans is getting shorter nowadays too. So that's the big trend on social media, is keep it short and you'll get more views. But Azada, thank you so much for coming on here, and congratulations on your career and your podcast. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Chris. And I'm looking forward to it, and take your time.
Thank you so much. Have a great evening, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye. All right, everyone, that wraps up season 12, episode 48, overall 653 of Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, hosted by yours truly, Chris Palme, and brought to you by Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership here in Guelph. Thank you to my guest, Azada Noori, a women's transformation coach, for coming on here today. Please make sure you follow her on our social media platforms, and to check out her podcast show, which will be coming out next week as well. And I will have her social media websites and that on my graphics as we wrap up this show. And then, speaking of shows, the next Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, brought to you and sponsored by BarryCullen.com, is going to take place on Monday, January 26th at 7 p.m. Eastern, with special guest Kushi Singh. She's a licensed financial broker out of Winnipeg, Manitoba. So Kushi Singh, a licensed financial broker out of Winnipeg, Manitoba, will be my next guest. And we're going to talk about finances and budgeting and money. So Monday, January 26th, 7 p.m., Kushi Singh will join me here on Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show. Again, brought to you by Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership at 905 Woodlawn Road West in the Guelph Auto Mall. And again, if you're looking for winter tires, check out their service department, Greg Smith or Sarah Higgins. They can find the right winter tires for your vehicle there as well. And also, with winter being here and these minus 15 and minus 25 temperatures, they can damage and cause your battery to get low. So go down to Barry Cullen Chevrolet right now for a free, that's right, a free 12-volt a 12-volt battery charge test. And if you happen to need a new battery, you'll receive a $20 instant rebate for a new battery as well from the good folks at Barry Cullen Chevrolet. So make sure you have the right tires and make sure your battery is at 100% optimal during these winter times here in Ontario. And again, you can follow Azada Noori on these social media platforms. She is on TikTok, that Azadi Noori on TikTok. She's also on Instagram, the Nori on there as well. And her website is azarinori.com. And she's also on YouTube as well. So please make sure you follow her on social media, website, and her YouTube channel, and her new podcast show coming out next week as well. Also, guys, you like a video, personalized video from yours truly, CDP Chris Pame, go to cameo.com, type in Chris Pame, and book your cameo today. And I look forward to doing your requests. You can now follow me on Blue Sky Social. What do you say Blue Sky Social is? It's like what Twitter X used to be, at Live with CDP 19 on Blue Sky Social. If you're looking to adopt a pet, check out the Cambridge District Humane Society, located at 1650 Dunbar Road in Cambridge, Ontario. Telephone number 519-623-7722, extension 0, or visit their website, cambridgehumanesociety.org. All the pets, animals up for adoption, their profiles and information are on cambridgehumanesociety.org. And there's a lot of wonderful cats and dogs down there like Daisy and Christopher and Bernie. Please consider adopting them. The Cambridge District Humane Society does a great job in getting these animals into good homes with good families as well. So if you're looking to adopt, check the Cambridge District Humane Society out. And again, their motto is you can't buy happiness, but you can adopt it at the Cambridge District Humane Society as well. Live with CDP Sports Entertainment Talk Show, again, is live streamed on these platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, X, Twitch, LinkedIn, and now available on Instagram. And I am working on getting the show on TikTok. You can also check out my website, beacons.ai/Chris D. Pame. Speaking of TikTok, you can follow this content creator on TikTok at Chris Pame. I have more great content coming there. Please make sure you follow, share, and like my content on TikTok. And speaking of live streaming, StreamYard is the official live stream provider of Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, the Small Talk Podcast, and the Argo Balance Podcast Show. If you're into webinars or live streaming, go to StreamYard.com. They have basic free plans, paid professional plans like I do. And if you're a business that does a lot of webinars, go to StreamYard.com and contact your sales department for pricing. And yours truly has been with StreamYard now for 5 years, and I give them a big thumbs up. Finally, guys, Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show. The audio version is on these platforms: iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Spotify for podcasters, Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Spotify, Castbox, LinkedIn, Pandora, Tuned In, YouTube Music, and Good Pods. And Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show will be soon available on Real Wealth radio.ca. I'll say it again. Coming soon, Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show will be on realwealthradio.ca coming soon, thanks to the station's owner, Maria. So make sure you check out realwealthradio.ca. They play 70s, 80s, 90s music. They also have some real estate podcast shows on there and some other talk shows as well. So if you like talk radio and like music and real estate, check out realwealthradio.ca coming soon for Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show. As we wrap this show up, guys, you can email me, Live with CDP Sports Entertainment Talk Show, at cpame19@gmail.com. Any comments, questions, suggestions, feedback would be greatly appreciated. And also, if you'd like to support my YouTube channel and my media work, you really like my YouTube channel and my content, I am on PayPal at Chris Pame on PayPal. If you'd like to contribute or purchase a personalized video message from me on cameo.com/Chris Pame. Finally, you guys can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Threads, Instagram, LinkedIn, Blue Sky, Social, everywhere except Snapchat. And remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Chris Pame, Live with CDP Talk Show. I want to say thank you to all my subscribers, and I'm over 624,000 views. So thank you, everyone, for watching my YouTube channel and my YouTube Shorts videos as well. And that is about it, guys. Again, I want to say thank you to my guest, Azada Noori, a women's transformation coach, for coming on here today. And my next show is Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern with Kushi Singh, a licensed financial broker out of Winnipeg, Manitoba as well. And as we wrap this show up, guys, we've got the NFL Championship weekend going on tomorrow, Sunday, January 25th, 3 p.m., New England in Denver. Jarrett Stidham is starting for Denver, the former Patriots quarterback. Bo Nix is out for the year with a broken ankle. And then the 6:30 game tomorrow night, Sunday, January 25th, is going to be the LA Rams and Matt Stafford taking on Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks. I'm going to, as much as I want to go for Denver, my heart says Denver. I'm going to go with New England, 24-13 over Denver. That's New England 24, Denver 13. And the NFC West, I'm going to go with the Rams. I think the Rams have a better roster than Seattle. Seattle's got some key injuries in this game too. I'm going to go with the Rams. I'm going to go with the Rams 34-30 over Seattle. So Rams 34, Seattle 30, New England 24-13 over Denver. It's going to be a New England, Los Angeles Rams Super Bowl 60 at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California on Sunday, February 8th. So again, Rams and Patriots will meet up in a Super Bowl rematch in Super Bowl 60 as well. That is about it, guys. And we got the Detroit Red Wings back in action tonight against the Winnipeg Jets. Wings are coming off a 4-3 overtime loss to Minnesota Thursday night. And the Pistons are back in action tonight as well. The Pistons dropped the game last night, I think, 113-104 to the Houston Rockets, but the Pistons are still 32-11 as well. Again, thank you to Azada Noori for coming on here today, and thank you to everyone watching this live stream and on my audio platforms, and to Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership for advertising and sponsoring this show as well. And if you're looking to get your business out on social media platforms, I'm on 21 platforms. I have a very strong YouTube channel, TikTok presence. You guys can email me at cpame19@gmail.com or DM me on my social media. My prices are very reasonable and competitive compared to the radio industry, and my brand is growing and building. So if you're a business owner like myself and you'd like to advertise on here, please get in touch with me, and I look forward to hearing from you and possibly working with you as well. I hope everybody keeps warm as the cold temperatures continue here in Ontario at -15 today, and we're going to be getting a little bit more snow, between 10 and 20 more centimeters tomorrow as well. So it has been a traditional Canadian winter here in Southern Ontario this year as well. Again, thank you to everyone for watching and listening to Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, hosted by yours truly, Chris Pame, and brought to you by Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership. Have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll see you back here Monday night, 7 p.m. with special guest Kushi Singh. Have a great day, everybody, and enjoy the NFL games on Sunday. Let's go, Seahawks.